Okay, I'm ready. I've got my latte. It's a sunny afternoon October day. It's just wonderful outside. I'm loving it. I'm enjoying it. I'm gonna enjoy this because pretty soon it's gonna be wintertime and we're gonna have 0 degrees, snow on the ground, shoveling. And when you think you're done with shoveling, you're back outside shoveling. So we're gonna enjoy this moment. So I want to talk about automations. I find it interesting that most companies don't do this. I've worked for large scale corporations where when something goes out and it's client facing and defects are being reported by upper executives, it's given through Slack channel, Excel sheets, maybe Microsoft document. There's all of these forms that are like created, and it just creates so much noise because you have to process all of that information. Why are we doing it like that? It's so inconsistent and it just makes more work. Why not create a process so that you can direct everybody to the same form? They can log the defect and a ticket is automatically created. Why do you have to go through all of these layers of, oh, I saw this bug or this defect. There's this button that's like the wrong color or the wrong font or whatever, or maybe there's just like a really, I mean, there's so many different things that can happen on a project when it goes out. But one thing that I've always seen consistency is that there's not one form of reporting. There's so many ways of reporting a defect, and it just creates more work. Things get lost. You don't actually get to build out a process around those defects because you're just trying to collect all the information and input it. So I'm going to teach you a way to get past that. Put it all in one system and have everything create a flow process, essentially, so that if you're doing agile, those tickets are created. You do you review it with your team during the day. Make sure that it's not a high priority, and if it's not, then it gets put into the backlog so that it can be prioritized through the sprint process. Easy peasy, versus like running down 3 or 4 different forms, creating tickets, tracking down the person that created the ticket. Everything will just be right there in the reporting system. So we'll teach you how to do that bit by bit. This is the first introduction to that process. I think if you've been through this process, maybe start thinking about the types of requirements that you would want those individuals or your end user to go through. Obviously, you're going to want to have the ability to upload files and media. You're going to want to know who logged the bug or the defect. You're going to want to know, you want to want a description. There's a squirrel going across my yard. You're going to want to know if this isn't production and it's going throughout a specific build. You're going to want the build number. There's a bunch of things that you're going to want in those requirements. So start writing those down and then we'll go through the next step.